Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back again for your first video blog of the day for Sunday, July 20th, 2014. This video blog is going to be a tribute to actor James Garner, who just passed away last night at the age of 86. James Garner was an actor who was in films and television for over 50 years. His famous roles were in the classic TV Western Maverick, which he played Brett Maverick from 1957 to 1961. That was his first major television role. Then in the 60s, he was in a lot of movies like The Great Escape and Support Your Local Sheriff and Support Your Local Gunfighter. And in 1974, he took the iconic role of Jim Rockford in The Rockford Files, which was a classic television cop series, which he played a private detective who was a ex-con man who spent time in jail for a crime he didn't commit. And it was a very good police detective show, and it ran 6 years on NBC from 1974 to 1980, and it garnered a lot of success for James. He won an Emmy Award for Best Actor in 1977, and he was very known for the Rockford Files. He did his own stunts when he was driving his car on there and stuff like that. And his production company produced the Rockford Files to Cherry Creek Productions, but when the show entered in 1980, he got in a lot of legal disputes with Universal Studios, who produced the show. He sued them for millions of dollars for like profits for the syndication series, and it was an ugly battle, which lasted several years. He was slated to appear on Magnum P.I. back in the mid-80s as Jim Rockford as a cameo appearance, but due to the legal aspects of it, he couldn't do it. So they eventually settled out of court settlement in 1989, and he was not allowed to discuss how much money he got. In the 80s, he reprised his role as Brett Maverick for 1 year on NBC, and it garnered high ratings, but it wasn't brought back for a second season because James thought the scripts were not as great as the original Maverick series. And in 1985, he was nominated for an Academy Award for lead actor in the movie Murphy's Romance. He also starred in movies in the 80s, Victor, Victoria, and Sunset, and a few others. And in 1994, he starred in the movie version of Maverick, and also in 1994 he reprised his role as Jim Rockford in 8 television Rockford File movies for CBS, which were very successful. And he also starred in a few other movies, My Fellow Americans and Space Cowboys. By the 2000s, his health was kind of deteriorating. He had to have both knees replaced, and also he suffered a few heart attacks. He had to give up smoking after he had bypass surgery in 1998. 2004, he was in. He had a recurring role in the ABC sitcom 8 Simple Rules. He actually did some television commercials for reverse mortgages, and he was on the decline in 2008 after suffering a series of strokes, and his health was rapidly deteriorating. He wrote his autobiography, which came out in 2011. He did not act in any movie from 2010 on because of his rapidly declining health. He was suffering from depression. Last night, he passed away at the age of 86, and it's a big loss for Hollywood to have James Garner gone. He lived a great life. Well, I'll be back later on in the day for more of these video blogs, and I might have to do an extra one today because this is an important news item. So until then, see you later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers.